So would anybody like to share any thoughts or about the meditation or reactions, questions? Oh, sorry, you're muted. No, you're back again. Okay. Not coming through, Claire. I don't know why. You're not muted. I don't know why I can't hear you.
We can't hear you.
Is that better?
That's it.
Yeah, we can hear.
I really enjoyed the link with nature and the forest and the speech. That really honed me in to many a meditation I've done in woods and things, and it was like, oh, it was a very sweet spot. So I think that link at that point really aided a real deep serenity. Because it linked up previous practices, I guess, as well, which was very nice. So thank you for that bit. Oh, well, all of it, but yeah.
David Loy in the Ekodharma book, he talks about this, and he says, like when the Buddha was around, he wasn't sitting meditating inside a brick building. He was in the forest, and that I think if we are in a modern society, we tend to do our meditation indoors, and we lose touch with the significance of that, that serenity, that stillness. We know it most in nature, and there's a big, deep significance to that. So if we lose that connection, we've lost something very important to our spirituality, what it really is, I think. So I wanted to make that link. So thank you, Claire. Yeah.
I thought it was really good when you talked about, that wait until, you really experience sort of, what your role is, and because sometimes I think, there's so many things to sort of do with regards to, spirituality and tend to, everything gets sort of muddly, but, to take that time, is almost essential before you, so that you can really approach something in a, intuitively, with sincere way. Because I guess I'm reminded about when I think Rowena and I did some Ekodharma at St. Nick's, and Rowena sent out to everybody, to all the Buddhist groups, to go along and support. And I think I'm right in saying that only Rowena and I turned up. And my reaction to that then was, how can they possibly be Buddhists if they can't get off their backside? Anyway, sorry.
Well, I'm having the same conversation with myself. Why is nobody in this group coming? We haven't sort of made great efforts to spread the word. We haven't let people know, and it's interesting to me. We'll see what goes on. But yeah. But thank you, Maggie. I mean, that's really good point there, and I think you've expressed it very well. And because saying it's that intuitive sense of what is right. We can tell ourselves a lot of stories in our heads about what we should be doing, what other people can tell us stories about what we should be doing, and we can bang our heads against the wall. We can put a lot of energy into something that we think is right. But if we were to stop and slow down, and get into that quietness, we'd recognize it doesn't quite feel right. And there'd be a reason. There's a reason. So it isn't always the moment to rush out and do something. Sometimes, very often, it's the moment to just wait. And trust that call will come. Because what's important is that we do, each of us is completely unique, individual, and each of us has our own unique place within what's going on. I think I've talked before, perhaps in this show, about, that it's like it's in this huge jigsaw
Mm.
with billions of pieces,
Mm.
and no two pieces are identical, and we have to
Mm.
find where our piece fits. And then,
Mm.
you know, of course,
Right.
it's not a kind of either or. You know, it's not that you're absolutely doing the right thing or you're absolutely not doing the right thing.
Mm.
It's not like that at all. Actually, often we're doing the right thing, but we don't realize it.
Mm.
Often, you know, just
Mhm.
waiting is the right thing, or we're doing something that, you know, in a way might not be the right thing.
Mm.
Doesn't quite harmonize, but it leads us somewhere. It always leads
Mm.
somewhere.
Mm.
So anyway, I'm kind of going into my talk now, as rather than
Oh, sorry.
listening to what you have to say. No, it's not you. You don't need to apologize.
Mm.
It's me that should apologize. I want to create space for other people to share. Sorry. Yeah.
One point I would like to make
Yeah.
is that I've noticed the way you go in, the way what you experience is qualitatively different in whether it's in the house, in a forest,
Mhm.
by the river,
Mhm.
and by the sea. Each one has a different quality to it.
Right.
I
Mm.
find sometimes water meditation is
Yeah.
quite powerful. It takes a while to get into, but that's got a different quality of its own. Flowing water.
Yes.
Mm.
Yeah. Water is very, very important, ecologically and
Caves,
spiritually. Yeah.
yeah, caves as well.
Oh yeah. Getting in the earth
Yeah,
element, isn't it?
yeah, yeah,
We can get too stuck in the air element if we're
yeah,
in
yeah.
the house. Yeah.
My one of my very advanced gurus, he used to do after he withdrew from everything. He used to do what was called Panchagni sadhana. Uh, Panchagni is actually 5 fire.
Yeah.
So he
Okay.
used to go in the morning before sunrise, sit between 4 fires that were lit
Mhm.
right in the middle, and the 5th fire was the sun.
Okay.
And he would sit in meditation throughout the day,
Mm.
no food or water. And he, he, he did that for many years
Mm.
until he passed away. And
Mm.
even when he did,
Yeah.
from what I hear from a good friend there, that in the morning he said, "Okay, today is the day.
Mm.
I'm going."
Mm.
And he sat in meditation, and then he just passed away.
Mm. Mm. Wonderful.
Yeah.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah, thanks for bringing in the fire element, because I was thinking about that today. When is that going to be?
Yeah. That was
Maybe, yeah,
something.
that's
And
interesting. It sounds like a very powerful practice, and we don't
yeah,
do that very much, do we? Don't do much with fire. I mean, you have the fire puja, of course,
yeah.
and that's very powerful.
Yeah.
Mm.
Mm.
One of the things that I was aware of was the linking in with nature,
Mhm.
and going back to the book, the Eco Dharma book,
Yeah.
possibly just a little bit further on than you at the moment. I don't know, but he actually said that, you know, one of the things that Buddhism at the moment is slightly removed from what people are
Yes.
doing is because when Buddha was doing it, he was very much one with nature and with everything else that's going on, and that we have now become
Yeah.
more removed from it, so it's very difficult to get back. And it makes me wonder that, you know, possibly one of the reasons that less people are coming to it is that they're at the moment, a lot of people are still thinking, maybe totally overwhelmed by it all, and wondering whether their little bit is going to make any difference or not, which is another thing that he talks about. It says, you know, it doesn't matter how small it is, what you do,
Mhm.
it will make a difference. And that maybe people are just so overwhelmed with with the virus as well as with everything else that's going on within the world, and on all of the news from America with regards to the racist attitude, you know, it's almost like they've forgotten about coronavirus over there, because this is the racist side has taken over. And it just makes me wonder that sometimes that's so big that we have forgotten about how to get back to the very basics that we've just done, like now, something as simple as being back at one with nature.
Yeah, well, people are so wrapped up in the human world that we have, you know, unlike other species, we've created incredible complexity just in our own sort of, within our own species, our own sort of human community, such that nature appears to be some small thing over in the corner, when in fact, it's everything. You know, we are the small thing in the corner. But we think, you know, the mindset, the consciousness of, I would say, the majority of people is that the human world of, you know, is much, much bigger than the natural world. But that is exactly the opposite way. Truth. So we've got to recover that, you know, different consciousness. Rowena, do you want to add anything?
Add a little bit, because it's lovely listening to people, but I was just going to say I love the sense of drinking from the well.
Yes, yeah.
Such a nice and it's one I'm aware of as well, you know, because that's exactly what I do. It's like a deep replenishment.
Yeah.
And yeah, and it makes such a difference to in a state of equilibrium. It's re-energizing, but it also helps. It's a sense of equilibrium as well that comes from it. It's a lovely image.
Yeah. So, you know, what I was hoping was that would sort of cement the connection between the spiritual practice, the meditation, and the relationship with nature. You know, if we can experience those as no separation, one, and I think then we're in the right place. I think that's Eco-Dharma. To convey. Well, thank you very much, and I will continue for a bit. Unless anyone else is burning to say anything, please do if you are. If you want to add.
Well, I suppose I was just thinking, you know, it's that moment when you're in deep connection, aren't you? And you if you like, you're drinking from the well. And it's that moment also to conceive of what you can give back in equal measure to what you're receiving.
Yeah.
You know, it's a very, you know, it's quite a deep place. And if we were able to give back as much as we receive,
which we are. Yeah. So, you know, drink deep from that well. Thank you, Marina, and everybody. So I'll continue, and then we'll have a bit more discussion after that. That's okay. My little balancing act here.